Hi, everybody. Nancy here. Well, we got us a new update again today. And yes, it appears as though it's just dots. We just got new dotted lines, which thrills the heck out of me. I'm so excited about it. Um, and if you just, what do you need me for, right? Anybody can figure out that you just draw a line and you get dots. Okay? However, if this is with no pressure turned on, but if I turn on pressure, if I go to the Apple and I turn the draft ink pressure on, watch what you can do now. You can draw and make thick and thin lines. All right. So this truly excites the heck out of me. And now let me just show you. I've been playing with it. Let me go to the previous page. I've been having fun with the new dots. All right. uh, anyway, this is I've done all this with our new dotted line. Um, yeah, everything on here that looks like a dot was created with the dotted line feature. Okay, now let me just show you what I've been doing, playing around. Lots and lots of playing. Now see, this right here looks like, I promise you guys, I did not do all those dots. I went out, as soon as I saw we had the feature, I went out and found an image that I wanted to copy. I went on the Pinterest and found this pet. Isn't that pretty? And I've been wanting to do that for a while now, but dots before were not that easy because my pen would slip and I couldn't do a good dot. I could make a good circle, of course, with a symbol, but I couldn't make a good dot. So as soon as I saw we had dotted lines, I was all over it. I was like, let me see what I can play with. Now, again, trust me, I did not make all these little dots, even though they're simple to make. I'll show you what I actually did. Let me scooch down. See, I did one line like this right here. I'll move it so you can see it. See this right here? I made that. And then I duplicated it. And then I flipped the duplicate and got this. And then I just did one single dot, only because it wasn't lining up exactly like I wanted it to. So it was easier to do it in three parts like this. I just dotted when you're making a line, just dot it once and all you get is one dot. Love it. Okay. And then this right here is not, oops, my shine just stayed back. This is a shape. See, if I go to the shape, it's got, let me show you. Shape properties, go to the fill, and see, it's the gradient fill that I've just turned on an angle, 45-degree angle, and it gives it that 3D look. Then I tried my best to just draw a circle so I could do this. Let me turn that to white if I can see it, if I can do that. Yeah. See, I tried to make that as a circle that I drew. Forget about it. What I ended up doing was drawing a circle shape. And at the time, he didn't have the dotted lines as something that you could do with shapes. we can do that now. If I go to shape, let's see, go to shape and do a circle and do a line, a border, make it white, and change it to dotted. Of course, you can't see it because it's white, but let me make it black first. See? We now have that. We didn't have it when I created that one, but that's neither here nor there. So all I had to do is just draw a circle around the outside of that big dot that looks kind of like a pearl, kind of. When it's reduced down, it looks better. All right. So, and then I just started duplicating. I duplicated this. Go to this properties, operations, duplicate, then drag it out, make it a little bit bigger, and change the color. That's all I did. And I did that. I think I had 3 circles, and then I started with the outside petals. Okay? So that is it. That is the extent of, I only used the actual draw the line one time in this whole image. So, where I created individual dots, this was it right here. And this one right here. So, the rest are just smoke and mirrors. I just duplicated and kept duplicating. All right. Now, if you notice, if I zoom in here, zoom in, my petals are not lined up very well. I had a hard time spacing and twisting and making them just perfectly, at the right angle, the correct angle for where they were located on the circle. And see, some are overlapped and some have big gaps between them. And of course, when it's reduced down like this, you can't tell that, or it doesn't bother you for sure. However, it bothers me. And it was like, what can I do to make that happen? And I suddenly remembered, sleep does me good. When I wake up from sleep, I have ideas. So I thought, I remember how a round table acts. Watch what happens whenever if I select this right here and drag a copy of it and drop it. It fits perfectly. Now, it does have to be straight up and down when you start, okay? Don't start with one that's already turned. See, if I just keep going, my petals line up just right. It's doing its twist for me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about spacing. I don't have to do anything but drag and drop. And it automatically puts them in the right direction. All right. And then I finished that circle. I duplicated the circle, made it smaller, changed the color, did it again, and kept going. That's how I just kept getting all the different things. Okay. Simple, simple, simple. Now, this, again, it's a table. Let me show you if I go to tables. Well, let me do it this way. I've got it selected, so it should have table properties. And see, the shape is circular. And I've got 2 rows and 18 columns. All right. Piece of cake. So simple and so perfectly shaped in the right size. You can modify the size by changing the go to cells and height proportion. If I make that open more so the top layer is smaller, the top row is smaller, and I do that same drag and drop. See, it makes my little petals smaller. And of course they're spread out more because of the width of the row. You know, I probably would need to add more columns if I wanted them to be closer together. So if I add more columns this way, let's do 25. Hit return. There, okay, there they are. It'd probably take more than that. Okay, now if I drag and drop this big one from here and drop it, they're going to be a little bit closer together. Not a whole lot, but, well, enough that, you know, I could, again, add more columns to it and it would get them closer together. But just a little illustration of how that would work. And then again, once I got the full circle, I grouped it and I duplicated it and changed the color until I got this. See, different circles, portions of that one, and I didn't change the color in the middle one yet. But see here, okay, piece of cake. Just duplicate and change your color. Now these right here, isn't that pretty? These right here are actually what I did for those. I used the felt tip again, and you know, whenever you make, the bigger you make a felt tip, the fuzzier it gets on the outside. So I did that, and then I just drew the fuzzy dots, and I had a black background for the really pretty ones. I think they're pretty. Let me go ahead and change the background. Go here to the gear over on the right, go down, change the round color to actual black. And now whenever I do a grab, oops, this is why I had this circle over here. So this one right here, that's a shape, so that when I did the grab, it would be round instead of square. So then I just brought it over to, let's do here, and tap off, copy, double tap, and see, now I've got kind of a greenish sphere looking, bubble looking thing. That's how I made all those little dots with different backgrounds and different. So again, using the dot tool. All right. Now the first thing I thought of, honestly, is the first thing I did within like 5 minutes of getting the option, I made a stamp. I wanted to do stamps, and at the time he didn't have the dots on the borders again, so I had to do explode, not that whole bit. But now that we've got the, oh God, I got hiccups. Now that we've got the border can be dotted, all you have to do is do a shape, and then take the bucket fill and pick a pattern. I used this one. Fill it up, and when I move it, it looks like a stamp. Although you can't really see it, and that's why I went ahead and did the outline. I did the fine shape boundaries, fine boundary shape. If y'all know what causes hiccups, I sure let you, and if there's a solution for it. It seems to be when I do videos, that's when I get them. I just did a fine boundary so that it would have a drop shadow and it would have a border so that I could actually see that it was a stamp. All right. Of course, you could put it, just drag and drop an image into it and be done with it. Put a little 25 cents. That's a joke. We haven't seen 25 cents in years. But I wanted a stamp. So that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that we had dots. Um, I'm thinking that's all I had to show you. Piece of cake, nothing to it. And again, if you want the pressure, you have to turn if you want the graduated size, where it gets, you start small and it gets bigger. I think it's, no. Yes, that one. If you want the increase in size, the only difference is, if you notice, the spacing is different for this one. So if you wanted to just draw dots, that's how far they are apart without the pressure. I've got the pressure on, but I'm not putting any pressure on the pins. So that's how far apart they are, because he had to make room for the dots to get bigger. So if you want them to be just a normal dot, you need to go currently to the Apple and turn off pressure for the draft pen. And then when I draw, oops, it's still on. Let me see. I did the wrong pen. If I go to Apple again and turn it off the felt tip, sorry, and I draw the lines now, see how close they are together. All right. All right. That's it for dots. That's all I know right now. Okay. I'm sure I'll play and do some more stuff, but right now that's all I've got. Anyway, y'all have a great day here. Bye.